welcome to Jen's Before Friends. I'm Mockingbird, and I'm here with my lovely co-host, Queen Amgie
Good day.
and Morbid Plum.
Hello.
What if it's good night? What if it's nighttime?
Ooh,
Good
that is
afternoon
good.
and good evening.
I'm gonna make you say the thing at the end.
Nailed it. I got it.
Got it.
Everyone's covered.
There we go. Well,
All time zones.
Yes.
we're in December. Not sure if we'll get another episode out before the end of the year. So there's actually quite a bit to talk about. Let's talk about some good news is that the next chapter has been revealed, and it is Stranger Things Chapter 2. The teaser definitely shows an outline of Vecna, so we know Vecna is going to be the killer. I don't think anyone is surprised by that because there's not really any other option. Vecna's pretty much the villain in the previous season and this season. But we don't know the survivors, so we are getting 2 survivors along with this chapter. It's coming out in January. We don't have an exact date yet. They actually posted another teaser today, December 17th. So
The 17th. I was like,
yeah,
I have no idea.
they had a promo image with the clock and the tentacles. Maybe a hint to Vecna's power that it's going to involve a clock. Do you think this promo is talking about Vecna's power?
Oh.
I'm not sure either. I'm trying to think of the TV show part with the clock because, I mean, that involved Vecna.
I want to say, I have to go rewatch the teaser. I thought someone mentioned like the clock sound is in the trailer too, so maybe it's gonna, maybe just the audio is gonna signal something of the ticking clock.
Interesting. Okay.
I feel like I need to go watch last season again.
Is time running out, Ma? Yeah, that's true. It's
If
been a
there's going to
while.
be clocks in the trial, that would be
Yeah.
interesting.
Oh,
As
okay.
part of his power. Maybe you have
Yeah.
to interact with the clock.
Okay, I didn't think of that. That'd be kind of cool, like a different mechanic.
Mm-hmm. Any guesses who the survivors will be? We don't know. There were some, I will say, there were some quote unquote leaked images, but they turned out to be AI generated.
saw
So
that.
those are not real. If you've seen those are
I
fake.
got so excited.
Yeah, I didn't believe them. I'm like, I don't
But
think
I was like,
so.
these are unsubstantiated, so I was like, that's too good to be true.
I think we kind of talked about who we think they'd be before, because I think Joyce and Hopper are probably the 2 obvious choices.
Yeah, for sure.
Hopper, I believe, is the most obvious.
I don't think the kids are old enough to be put in the game. I could be
I don't
wrong.
know, because they have...
Because they're still in high school, but...
Yeah, but then so was Steve. They were still in high school.
When they put
he
him
joined,
in.
right?
Yeah, I think... Because I think the age cutoff is supposed to be, like, 18, but then, like, Laurie Strode and Cheryl Mason in like, Halloween and then Silent Hill 3, they are 17 in those games.
That's true.
But I think people kind of think of it like that they aged them up. Like, it's not that they get pulled like, they don't get pulled immediately. Well, I guess it depends on the lore that they give them, like, immediately, like, at that moment in the game or something. So...
I mean, I guess technically you can be 18 in the US and still be in high school.
This is true. You could be a senior, yeah.
I mean, yeah, it happened to us. I know.
Yeah.
Me and Morbid, we were both 18 in high school.
Yeah. So I don't know. But I like you said, I think Joyce and... Well, at least Hopper's an obvious choice. Because he's a fan favorite. Like, most people like him.
Do you think we'll get an Eddie cosmetic?
Ugh, I want one.
That would
I want
be
one.
the best. Like a legendary, that would be the most amazing thing ever.
I agree.
Take my money.
Eddie's kind of iconic, and for only being in the show 1 season, like he was just beloved by everybody. A way to do a 1 season character, you know what I mean? And make them super impactful, which I think is sometimes hard to do, but having a legendary cosmetic for Eddie would be amazing.
There is some speculation he might be in volume 2 in some way. I don't know. So don't want to get too spoilery in the show, but there is like a mention. It's on the Oklahoma play pamphlet. There's Alan Munson, so it's Eddie's dad, I'm gonna guess.
Yeah. I'm assuming as
so
well.
I don't know if we're gonna get more tie-in with Eddie. So
that'd be interesting. I think
But
it's also kind of weird that we're gonna have two Vecnas in the game. We're gonna have like regular Matt Mercer Vecna and then hot Vecna. Not that Matt Mercer, who voices Vecna in DBD, is a very good looking man. But aesthetic wise, current
Yes.
Vecna, I don't associate as being hot. Stranger Things Vecna, I do. Now that's probably something I would need to talk to my therapist about. But I wonder what they're gonna name him because we already
oh
have
yeah.
like a
Oh.
Vecna. You know what I mean?
What is Vecna in DVD? What's his title? It's the
Let's double check.
I
I'm
can't
not
remember
sure. It's on
because
the tip of my tongue.
DBD renames like Wesker's the
Yeah.
mastermind, right? The Death Slinger, the
Well, it's a
Trapper,
lich,
the
right? Because
There
Lich.
you
That's
go.
right.
that's an
Yeah, that's
ode
it.
to all the DVD stuff. But within his lore, he is still actually called like Vecna, so that'd be interesting.
Yeah, but DVD calls him the Lich, right? So I mean, but I can't see like calling him the Vecna, right? That doesn't make any
The
sense because it's
Vecna.
always the it's the and something else.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
unless, well, no, it's it would work if it was the Mind Flare, like the Mind Flare, but that's not. I mean, it is
Ooh.
Vecna. I don't know. We'll have to see what happens in Volume 2 because the Mind Flare is still, out there.
I mean,
Yeah.
unless they just go by his, they're just gonna call him Henry.
The Henry.
Yeah.
The Henry.
Are there any other Survivor options? I'm trying to think because we already have
Other than the
Jonathan in as a
kids.
legendary, so it can't be Jonathan.
No.
If we exclude all the kids,
I mean,
there's
Oh,
what's his name?
Billy.
Oh, I
No,
could get
not
legend.
Billy.
Billy hasn't been in the game. No, the one that in this season's been bringing him all the cargo and stuff. What's
I
his
couldn't
name?
think of his name either, and he popped into my head.
Murray. It's Murray, right?
Murray. Okay.
Murray is a possibility. I don't know if Murray would sell very well compared to like Joyce and Hopper.
Yeah, I feel like he's a fan favorite, but not like, oh my god, I have to have his cosmetic.
Like I think people would rather have like a Lessie. Remember Lessie?
Yes. Okay, that's his
Oh.
name. I was thinking of him. I was like, oh,
Oh.
spoiler.
I know. Well, that was
But they've
that was
been
a
out a
couple.
while, so
That was a
I
couple
mean,
seasons ago.
after what's happened so far in this season, I mean, having Nancy's mom,
That was so
mm,
badass.
that was so awesome.
I
And
know.
no spoilers, but
I'll just say overall, Stranger Things is really good at writing like brave and powerful like mothers, right?
yes,
Like
yeah.
Joyce. And I will give credit, like Ted Wheeler, he also had a moment. I mean, his was
he
not as
did.
glorified. Like he didn't run away. I guess let me put it that way. There
Mhm.
to not give away too many
Yeah.
spoilers, like there's a moment where they basically have to stand up for their daughter and they both do. And yeah, Ted stood up, stood up for his family too. But Karen was the one that like had the spotlight on her. And so I
Yeah.
mean, kudos to Stranger Things for writing like really powerful, women,
Yeah, hell
mothers.
yeah.
I love
Like
that.
yeah. I've always
Like,
loved Nancy for that. She is like, I'm gonna jump in and do whatever I need to do.
Mhm.
I know. And then seeing this moment with Karen, you kind of see, well, that's where Nancy probably gets it from.
Oh yeah,
Like,
for sure.
Karen has just never had an outlet, but it's like when it gets down to it, she's going to protect her kids no matter what.
Mhm.
I think
Um,
also Robin
oh,
to me would
yeah.
also be an
Oh
obvious choice coming because
yeah.
I
you have
thought,
to have the duo of
oh,
Steve
I
and
know.
Robin.
Yeah. We need
They could have
Robin.
their matching Spooks
Batman and
Ahoy
Robin.
Batman
outfits.
and Robin. I know I posted that. We have Batman
Yeah.
and Robin. Yeah, Robin would be a
So
good choice. I don't know
to
if
me,
they'll.
like, yeah.
I don't know if they do Hopper and Joyce together and didn't do Robin as a skin. Does that make
I would
sense? Because
think
like
that,
Joyce
yeah.
and Hopper are like a couple, and they're paired together.
That
But
would make
this,
sense. Like if
Yeah.
and then
we're
have
gonna have
legendary
other people
cosmetics for Eddie,
for
Robin.
Eddie. Yeah.
So
That would
well,
make sense to me if we can't have any of the kids, even though none of them are kids anymore because it took 25 years to film
I
this
know they're
last
all
season.
adults.
I know
Married. Some of them have kids now.
Yeah,
that's
it's insane.
true.
If they don't do a 2v8 with Vecna and Vecna together, I will be very disappointed.
That's a missed opportunity.
Yes,
I
Be
know.
tag
that's
teamed by both Vecnas.
yes. Double
That's
Vecna
a
event.
dream come true. That's what every dark romance novel reading woman wants.
Exactly.
Okay. Any other thoughts on Stranger Things?
No, I'm excited.
I
No,
don't
yeah,
I
same.
I don't think they announced the map with this one, but I guess we'll wait and see. I feel like maps sometimes they don't always announce with the
We definitely
chapter.
should get more maps for
Well, there
I would
this.
was
There's
love,
so many
yeah.
I
opportunities.
don't know if y'all remember, this was probably a couple of years ago, 2 or 3 years ago. There was like a leaked map for Hawkins or another Stranger Things map. I don't know if y'all remember that. That
No, I
someone
don't.
had put out. This was a while ago. This isn't recent. I think it was before it left DVD the first time. But yeah, there was some leaked footage of like another version of the
Ugh,
Hawkins
that would have
map.
been so cool.
But then like nothing came of it. So I don't know if it was real or not, but maybe a new
I mean,
map would be great.
to me, the
Yeah.
most obvious one would probably be Henry's house
You could do the house. You
with the
could
upside down part, like when Max
mhm.
is in it and she has to run in the last season, the most epic
Yeah.
run, running up the hill. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
heck yeah.
Yeah.
To have like an upside down of the house with the clock, that would be an amazing
That would
map.
be good if they I could see them also doing another extension of the lab and doing like the rainbow room, like other areas we've
Oh,
seen
Oh
of the
yeah.
yeah.
lab, an open have like not like RPD, but just have another section of the lab that's a map with some of the other like iconic rooms that we've seen and spaces, and we'll see maybe a map. I think we'll see this PTB. I don't know if they just said January, so I suspect beginning of the year maybe we'll hear something about PTB. That's just a guess. Usually PTB is 2 weeks before the release, so we shall see. It's coming soon,
I know.
Wait,
and
it's coming in January,
it's
right?
January.
Yeah.
Well, then you would think PTB would be starting now.
Well, it depends
Mm,
when in January. If they release it towards the end,
That's true.
yeah.
yeah, we
Plus,
just
I
don't
don't
know
know if
when.
they'll hold off because of the holidays.
Yeah, behavior takes off during Christmas through New Year's. So I think it's
Yes.
going to be January before we see PTB because they're typically out of the office
Mm.
It would
You know,
make
if they're
around
sense.
smart,
Christmas.
I know exactly what they would do. And it would lead into the next thing we're going to talk about. If they were smart, they would be launching PTB the moment they took away the Halloween chapter from us.
Oh,
Yes.
there's our
I was
tie-in.
yeah, I was
Hmm
thinking that exact thing. Right as you were, like, saying it, I was
hmm
like, "Yes."
Take the sting out.
Mhm.
Yeah.
To kind
Yeah.
of detract not detract, but distract.
Yeah, like the week that they were going to be removing Halloween. By the way, sorry guys, or you're taking out Halloween.
Yeah,
Um,
that was
Spoiler
our
alert.
next
Nice
topic is Halloween.
segue.
I
but
know.
I figured if I was to take something away from my community, I would want to give them something in return to play with. So perhaps
Mhm.
Well,
you're welcome for the idea behavior.
well
Credit me.
to be fair, the license stuff is probably not behavior. It's probably the license holders for Halloween. So, let's talk about Halloween.
Yeah,
So,
let's get that out of the way.
the Halloween chapter was added to DVD October 25th, 2016. It was the first
Mhm.
licensed chapter, and that's kind of how I think this game really got off its feet. And
Yeah.
it is going to be
Yeah.
leaving January 19th, and
Well, thanks, behavior, right after my birthday.
again, I don't think it's behavior, right? It's gonna
Yeah.
be, let's see, is it Tranca's International Films and Mirror Rights has the TV rights for Halloween. A lot of this, I think, is up to the license holders, and so
Mhm.
there's been a lot of points made about why Halloween is leaving. The first big one is that there's going to be a new Halloween game
Mhm.
Hmm.
coming out September 8th, 2026, and a little info on this game. So it is going to be a 1v4 ASIM like DVD, but it's also going to have a single player story mode. It's been described to have different chapters for the story mode. I have no idea how long that story mode is, but it's supposed to have also different endings. So it's supposed to have replayability in that way. So it is a little bit different from DBD in that it does have the single player mode for it. It's been developed by Ilphonic is the main developer. They've made Predator Hunting Grounds, Killer Clowns from Outer Space, and Ghostbuster Spirits Unleashed. So they've made other ASIM games or multiplayer games. I know kind of the controversial thing is Gun Interactive is a part of this game, but they were tacked on towards the end. I think another developer dropped out. So Gun has, if you have like feelings about Gun from Texas Chainsaw Massacre, I wouldn't really worry about it with this one because I think they're just coming in on the back end and helping with the marketing and any back end coding kind of stuff. They're not the ones that have designed the game and designed the levels and however the games. I don't know if there's perks. I have no idea. We haven't gotten in any information on how the actual 1v4 is going to work. Like what the objectives are going to be, how do you get out and all that. I don't think we know any of that yet for the 1v4 part. With that, the other point I've seen people make is, of course, there's not many cosmetics with the Halloween chapter in DBD. And that's probably a contributing factor. So it could be this new game coming out. It also could be that, it's not making a lot of money in DBD because there's no cosmetics. Now that is also kind of up to the license holders though, as well. So because we had, I believe the last time we got cosmetics was Halloween 2019 is when we got the Michael in the patient gown. And then Lori with the sweater and the skirt.
Yeah.
That was the last time we got new cosmetics. And those are the only new cosmetics we've gotten. It's been the chapter release and that's it as far as cosmetics. I am wondering if this license being pulled was out of nowhere because we just got the Michael rework. And in my mind, it doesn't really make sense for behavior to work on a rework if the license was going. So this is my speculation, is that they found out recently that the license wasn't going to get renewed, or they wanted to break the contract and pull it. And I suspect behavior was already deep into doing this rework, so they just went ahead and released it. Yeah, like why not?
Yeah, that sucks.
But I know the rework just came out this fall, and it's a good rework. But yeah, now he's being pulled. So anyone new coming in will not be able to play Michael or Lori. Also, the map's going to go away. How do we feel about Lampkin Lane going away?
Not awful at all.
I was like, you know what? I'm okay with it.
I kind of missed the old Lampkin Lane.
Yeah.
It was busted as hell, but I missed the old house.
It was so survivor-sided, though. But the new Lampkin is just like
it.
Yeah, with the fences and stuff, but the new Lampkin, it's like, where are all the gens? You know what? We're going to put them all on one side of the map, or we're going to put them all in the middle, or you know what? You're just not going to find them. And then we're going to have a big open space right here. You don't need anything. So please take it. I'm okay with that.
So if you already have him,
you keep him. Just like the Cenobite. Just like we lost Cenobite. So as long as
you can still play him, right? You just can't.
But you can still play Michael and Lori. It's just like when Stranger Things left too.
Oh, that's right. Okay, yeah.
You can still play all the characters, but new people coming in will have no way to play these characters if they come, after January 19th. That is unless Halloween the game flops and they put him back in. Yeah. There's been some speculation of that. There's been some speculation of that going on. If this Halloween game will survive or not, who knows? Because the reality is, we've kind of seen this before with Texas Chainsaw Massacre, except they didn't pull Bubba from the game, which I think is smart. I'm like, don't put all your eggs in one basket.
Yeah.
And like Bubba doesn't have cosmetics either. So anyways, there's kind of a parallel with Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Other good news though, DS, your anti-tunneling perk of the year, or of the game, will be made a common perk, meaning it will show up on everyone's blood web. So any of the perks from the shape or Lori will get moved into the blood web as a common, I think that's what they call them, like a common perk.
Yeah.
So anyone can have them. So just like will make it on the Survivor side as a common perk. Anyone can have DS now, which is good.
Yeah.
It's not behind a paywall
Yay!
anymore.
Mhm.
So there's that. So that argument can go out the window about all the with the anti-tunneling stuff.
Also good news, Object of Obsession, guys.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
yeah.
everyone run
Gonna
it.
be coming now.
Now you too can play it all the
And then,
time.
Soul Survivor, because those 2 cosmetics can really make or break your game.
I think Soul Survivor, isn't that like you see, or is that Bill's perk? I can't remember. It helps.
Soul
No,
Survivor is
I'm thinking
when
of
you're
Bill's
the
perk.
last survivor.
You
You
do
could do
things
those gens
faster.
faster.
Yeah.
No, but it's also like unhooks and healing too. It's more than just the
Gate and
gens.
hatch openings.
I was thinking of Bill's perk. Bill has a perk where you can see hatch if you're the last
Oh,
one.
that's right. Because I
Yeah.
used to play that a lot when we were trying to, like, when you had to get that as a daily,
Oh yeah.
and it never worked.
So are we sad to see Michael go?
Eh,
Or
I mean,
Lori. Everyone's been talking about Michael. No one cares about
I know,
Lori. I
poor
will say that.
Lori.
No one plays her.
But I have never played her ever.
I see her occasionally, and it's
Yeah.
rare, but there are
I
people
mean,
playing Lori. Again, she has no cosmetics. That's part of the reason
I played
why.
her to get the achievement, and that was pretty much it
Yeah, and then I
for
think
escaping,
I
yeah, with her
only ever played
perks.
her to like unlock DS. I think that was
Mm-hmm.
it. That was done. I was like, I'm moving on.
I mean,
I'm
I
not too
had.
torn up about it.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like it. I was more upset about Stranger Things, obviously, when it first left
Oh yeah,
than
there's
I
more
am about.
content.
Yeah, and plus, I was more attached to it because I like it. I mean, Halloween's a good scary movie, but I'm not like, oh my god, I'm so upset.
Yeah.
I will say lately I've been playing Scratch Mirror Myers and having the time of my life, jump scaring people and gin
It's
grabbing
amazing.
people.
You know what? I'm happy for you.
I gin grabbed Anea yesterday out in the open. I was on this stupid Walking Dead map that's so open, and I walked up right
Oh.
behind her and pushed her. It's like surely she's gonna get off at the last second. Nope.
Maybe you just blended in.
I guess so. I feel like we had our good news, bad news section of good news, Stranger Things, chapter 2, bad news, goodbye
That is
Halloween.
true. It was
Wasn't
very,
really bad news though. No.
yeah, for some
I'm
people,
not
no.
too
I
broken
think,
up.
but I think people are just surprised because it is the first
Yeah,
license in the game. It's been in the
Mhm.
game 9 years now,
that's
and
what I was gonna add. Was it was very abrupt. Like, oh, all of a sudden it's leaving.
yeah, I think everyone's surprised, but I think everyone's blaming it on the new Halloween game and maybe the cosmetic issue. But we do have chapters that don't have a ton of cosmetic, like licensed chapters like Nightmare on Elm Street. Freddy
Mhm.
has and Quentin have zero cosmetics,
Mhm.
and they're still in the game. Saul, occasionally we get some cosmetics for the pig. The ring, we got a few, but not a whole lot.
Yeah, and then they kind of stopped coming on that one.
Yeah, the ring kind of slowed down because we did get some cosmetics for her, like the
Mhm.
flowers, and we did get. They were from like the DVD mobile. We got a couple from mobile
Oh, that's
pulled
right. Yeah.
over,
And her
but
blighted.
yeah, the blighted. Yeah, the blighted. I think the blighted cosmetics. My guess is that they write that into the contract because it seems like all the newer chapters always have the killer always has the blighted cosmetic now. So, and I
Yeah.
think that's part of the thing. Like over time, behavior has learned. Like if now that they have the whole lore around the blight and the blighted cosmetics, I think they probably put that in the contract now that they want to do that stuff because obviously way back, when Halloween came out, they didn't have the blight. They were just, you know, figuring out how to incorporate a license into their game. And I mean, I didn't play when Halloween came out. I've heard it was very different. DS worked differently. It was like an instant. You didn't have to get like unhooked. You could just stun the killer like whenever. This chapter also introduced that there was an obsession in the
Mm.
game. There wasn't that in the game until Michael came in. So some
It was
tidbits of information.
groundbreaking, like, when it came in, right?
Yeah.
The novelty for it, yeah.
And
So
it was probably a big get at the time.
Mhm.
Like, oh my God, like, because you have all the regular characters, the originals, and then it's like, oh man, got Michael Myers. He's like such an iconic
Mhm.
killer.
Bye-bye, Mikey.
I know. Farewell. We shall miss you. Well, not
Mhm.
everybody.
I'm all
No.
right.
Well, I mean, if you own them, you still have
Yeah.
them. Like, it's
Yeah.
not a big deal if you already have them, but and it's not like we weren't getting any new cosmetics or anything for him.
Hmm.
So, I think us being like, "Yeah, so long, it's fine," is easy for us because we weren't getting anything for him
Yeah.
anyways, besides the rework. We did get the rework.
Which
So,
then I was telling Queen, I was like, should I buy the cosmetics that I never will play because they're going away?
I thought about getting the patient one for Michael. It's only
Yeah. I
like
was
400 and something org
I was
Yeah.
like,
cells.
To me, it's not really worth it as I don't play killers, so I'm not
yeah.
nostalgic for that kind of stuff.
Yeah, and I don't typically buy that many killer cosmetics because as a killer
You can't see them.
you can't see
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
So unless it's like something I truly, truly love on that killer, like I bought the Naughty Bear one, but the Naughty Bear one has lines, so there is that, and a
Yeah.
different Mori. So there are some pluses to that.
And he's cool.
He is very cool, but yeah, overall, I'm not like, oh that
Like,
looks
oh my God, I
pretty
have
on
to have
the
it. Yeah.
that looks pretty on the spirit. Like I have to get that one, but I'm like I'm never gonna see it. Like really, you only see the weapon. Really, you just need to worry about the
Yeah.
weapon
That is, yeah, yeah.
and
I
how
don't really
beautiful.
have like a big like FOM fear of missing out for cosmetics for DVD.
I think Stranger Things was the only one that I was like, oh my God, I have to buy everything. But
Yeah, same. I bought quite a few with Stranger Things.
Yeah.
yeah.
But there were good cosmetics. And again, like you said, Morbid, like you're attached to the show. You know, if you love the
Yeah.
show, and again with Survivor, you see the cosmetics. I didn't buy any of the Demogorgon ones. I just bought like Steve and Nancy
Yeah,
cosmetics.
same.
Should we move on? We are going to talk about the palette updates
Bum,
and
bum,
give y'all kind
bum.
of a history of what's going on because going tying into the Stranger Things chapter, right? Stranger Things chapter was supposed to come out in November. It got pushed to January because they were doing this
Mhm.
whole quality of life update initiative to make everything better, right? Because the community's outraged. And what do we have to show for it? We have pushed Stranger Things, and they did not put in the anti-tunneling, the anti-slugging, and they have messed with pallets 3 times. So if
Mm.
you haven't been keeping up with the palette changes, let's kind of run through what all's been happening this fall. So the first palette update was September 23rd, and this came out with this Sinister Grace chapter. And they did a palette density quality of life update, and they said they updated various realms to adjust the quantity and distribution of pallets, reducing the presence of dead zones. And the affected realms was Macmillan, Autohaven, Coldwind, Curtis Pen, Haddonfield, the Swamp, Red Forest, Yamaoka, Ormond, and the Decimated Borgo. And they also said all updated all realms to draw from the same pool of available maze tile layouts. So basically, that last one is the like TL walls, your jungle gyms and stuff, like those will be
Mhm.
on all of the maps where they may not have been before. So this was basically the update where they added like all of the edge map palettes
Mhm.
and to reduce all the dead zones right on the edge of the map. So all those edge map palettes, that was this update. Then second update was the mid chapter, and that came out November 25th.
Mhm.
And in their patch notes, they said they reviewed all pallet tiles to evaluate and reduce the safety of pallet loops on Macmillan, the Asylum, Red Forest, Yamaoka, Haddonfield, and Mount Ormond Resort. And they adjusted the spawn logic of certain structures. So the main building in Disturbed Ward, the piers in Backwater Swamp, to better randomize items and balances the distance between windows and pallets. And it also impacted Red Forest. Curtis Pen Asylum Realm, they reduced the safety of the main building, which could spawn near maze tiles and chain into other tiles. So in Curtis Pen Asylum, they removed the pallet that's at the bottom of the building. Like if you go in the entrance of the building, there was always a
Mhm.
pallet there. They took that one
Yeah.
out. So basically there's just one pallet upstairs and that's it. Now there
Yeah,
are
they took
window
out like
vaults.
all kind of like the god pallets for some
Yeah.
reason.
But this was the update where basically they took longer loops and made them all short. They basically just made everything short. And there wasn't a whole lot of variety. But I think this was also the update where people were noting that pallets were spawning all around Shack, even if they were short loop pallets. And when I say that, that means basically there's a object on each side, like a boulder, the pallet, and then another boulder. There was screenshots of like a pallet on each side of Shack, and it's like, what do you mean? Like, how's this balance, right? It says you could just chain window to pallet and run around and have another pallet. This was update 2. Do y'all want to share how y'all felt about any of these updates before we move on to update 3?
Well, like the first update, it was like, you know what? We're just going to put pallets everywhere and they're all going to be unsafe, which I really feel like. So there was like tons of pallets, but
Mm-hmm.
everywhere they were was unsafe. The second one was like, you know what we're going to have? We're going to have some maps that are just completely long, super safe, everything's god tier. And then we're also going to have some maps where you're just going to have a pallet standing up in the middle of the map with nothing.
Oh yeah,
Like
this. Yeah.
yeah, it was very
It's a magical
weird.
palette.
Yeah, there was really short loops. There was some pallets just stand there by themselves, or
Yeah,
it
that
was
was on
really long
Swamp.
loops. Yeah, or you had these maps that was just super really strong loops with pallets all around. So it was very you didn't know what you were getting. I think this just goes to again behavior, not knowing what it is like their community really wants. Like we want a balance. We want a mixture of well, first of all, give us back all our god palettes. I think it's super strange that you're removing palettes that we're just so used to them being there and all of a
Hmm.
sudden they were gone. Those were good palettes. I don't think anyone's complaining about the palette at the bottom of, the main building for Crotus or the pallets in the swamp on the top of main building. Like no one's ever complained about those. Why are we taking those out? Because it was really jarring the first time we were playing. Like you're running to main building because there's certain pallets there, and you're just like, oh man, well crap, I'm screwed. It's completely gone. I've had one where the killer and I both stopped and we just looked and he
Mm-hmm.
motions like continue running because he was
Like,
like, well,
keep
that's
going.
kind of unfair. like,
Yeah.
like, where is it? Let's look for it together. Maybe it's around here somewhere. They go to extremes way too much. There's never like an even middle ground for them, which I find really confusing. And then it feels like when you overdo it too much and you have too many strong sloops, then the killers feel like they're being oppressed. And then when they do it again, all of a sudden every loop is short and you have just random pallets standing in the middle of the map, then the survivors are like, well, we're being oppressed. And I feel like it just creates tension in the community because no one's getting what they want and then everyone's mad at each other.
Yeah, and I think the second update also there were more dead zones again. It's like they reverted
Yes.
back. So like first update, they put pallets everywhere, right? And in their patch notes they say it's to reduce dead zones. Great, because dead zones suck unless you're running like
Oh
sprint
yeah.
burst. Like I'm comfortable doing a gen in a dead zone if I have sprint burst on because I can sprint away and get to a pallet. But update 2, there were tons of dead zones again. It's like they added short loops and like a lot of open spaces. Like everything just felt more open
Yeah.
everywhere. And it was really odd because all this just dead space. Like Queen and I did some customs looking at the maps and
Hmm.
it was everything just felt like far apart. And maybe that's because they all were shorter loops, so there wasn't as many like objects out there depending on the map, like if there's less boulders, less cars, making the loops. So it just felt super open and unsafe. Which brings us to update 3. We got December 9th. So they evaluated and adjusted pallet loops on Autohaven, the Swamp, Crow's Pen, all the maps. Okay. So these changes include adjusted the length of loops that were too short and unsafe, prevented pallets from spawning against certain small objects, creating short, awkward loops, and reviewed pallet randomization on certain tiles to provide more spawn variation. So basically, they have a note that says, we've done another pass on pallet tiles and loops in order to find a middle ground between these last two updates, and they'll be closely monitoring it and all that. So I kind of just feel like update 3 put us back at the beginning before we had any of these updates. I don't know how y'all
I
feel.
I agree.
Because,
Minus some really new structures that
yeah,
they kind of threw in there that have like really odd windows. There's this one that's like, I don't know, kind of like a bowling alley where it has like these lanes
it's like a
and there's
4-lane, but
a
then it has,
four lane
but the
and
last
then
lane has the window, this window
has a
vault.
window to nowhere. Like it's so weird. Other than that, everything feels kind of like the way it was before.
Yeah, I will say there are strong loops back in the game because I was playing Killer and there was a really long loop on one of the Auto Haven maps. It's like a car and a boulder together and then stuff on the other side. I was just like, this is like an insanely long loop. So the strong loops are back, but I really just feel like we're back to how we started before any of these updates. I mean, I'm sure they
Yeah.
have changed stuff on the back end with the randomization, all that they're saying, and putting the tiles on all the maps right so that all of the maps have access to the TL walls, the jungle gems, for the 4 lanes. So, I mean, that is a change. But overall, I don't know why they spent so much time on this. I guess is how I feel. And I think part of me is just mad. Again, going back to
Mhm.
Stranger Things. We could have had an Eddie cosmetic by now. We could have had Vecna. We could have had all this stuff already, but they pushed it, and I don't know what they pushed it for. Like, part of me is really mad that they pushed it, and what do we have to show for it? Like, I
Well,
know they did a bunch of
nothing.
bug fixes and stuff, but still, it's like you pushed major content out, or you pushed it back, and like, why? We
Yeah,
didn't.
like what did we get out of that?
Yeah, you did.
If you shelved this for something else, what was it? Like, was it something we wanted, something we needed?
Yeah, I don't know why pallets was like the high priority. I mean, we did a whole episode on the anti-tunneling slugging and the face camping, which they ended up scrapping, right? Again, I mean, some other minor stuff they did put in, like they did adjust Skull Merchant. It was not a rework, but they did tweak her, and people seem to be content at the moment with her. We had the Michael rework, so we have gotten some things. I just don't feel like it's enough to justify pushing a chapter. That's
Well,
just kind of my thought.
I feel like it only feels that way because we didn't get anything out of the quality of life updates that were supposed to be there, right? Because
Yep.
at this moment in time, we were supposed to have a whole, slugging, tunneling, camping rework on top of the pallets. So it kind of felt worth it at the time for the quality of life changes. And then let's admit this is regular behavior for behavior. And they've done this in the past many a times. But my big thing is these updates could have gone so much better if, and again, we don't know, if you were maybe using resources you had access to, like, the supposed players, that you have that see stuff. I don't know. The fact that this is constantly happening, I think, is a disappointing part. And then on top of that, we have a rift pass that is going on for forever,
Yeah, there's
and we're not
still
getting
like
as
days left, like 40 something
yeah,
days.
we're not getting as much as we normally do. Everything, we're just getting less as a community,
Yep.
and I think that's very noticeable when everything's being scrapped because, the community doesn't feel like it's being listened to, which is extremely valid.
Yeah, we'll have to see. Well, we're going to get to some other areas they're giving us less than, but I guess we can move on to the big winter event, which is Bone Chill. Bone Chill event started, and there are some new mechanics. There are some mechanics that are not in the game this year. Well, should we start with? I'll start with the game mechanics. Let's start there, and we'll get into the controversial ranting stuff. So this year for Bone Chill, you can throw the snow skulls, but the survivors now have like an animation for it where
Mm-hmm.
they hold up their arm, and I'm not sure how I feel about it, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because you can like
Or
hold it forever, and I feel
Yeah,
like
it's weird.
I feel like it messes me up when I'm trying to like loop the killer because like the character turns around, and I don't know.
yeah,
I don't think
like
it's
you're
necessarily a
holding
bad
a
thing.
flashlight.
Yeah.
It's awkward.
It looks awkward. I get what they're trying to do though. They're trying to make it more realistic, I
Yeah,
guess,
more
with the
like
survivors.
interacty, I guess, too.
And really you can't do it on the killer side, I'm guessing. It's easier to do that on the survivor side. But there's a new animation for throwing the snow skulls, basically your snowballs. This year the snowmen are not moving on their own. So
Which I
they will
miss.
not. Well, you know what?
It creeps me out.
I don't know if I miss. I don't really miss it. I miss actually what I miss. I think Morgan and I talked about this before. I miss the old design of the snowman. I don't like the
Yeah.
creepy ones.
Yeah,
I
with the
miss the
little
other ones.
mittens.
Yeah, the mittens, and some of
I
them would look
yeah.
angry, and some of them look nice. You know,
Yeah. They
Mhm.
were like
they
they had like sad ones and angry
yeah,
ones and happy ones, and they were just more appealing. I don't know. They were just more fun, I guess.
and they had blood and stuff on them too. I was watching an old video from a previous, Bone Chill event. And I was like, oh yeah, they do have like blood on them. They're not like clean or anything. They're not like, super cute. They're still kind of, grimy and bloody. So they still fit within the aesthetic of the game. But yeah, I miss the old snowman. But yeah, they
Does
don't
it
move.
does it still like make a noise when you high five? Or not like a
Yes.
noise, but like a
Like
little
yeah, like a
animation?
There's like
little
a
tinkling,
yeah,
like a little
tinkle.
tinkling noise. Like
Okay,
yeah.
because I haven't done it a lot in the new one, so I couldn't remember, but it was so much fun to high five in the old one.
Yeah, you can still high five. You can make snowman. Still have the event offering, the mistletoes, which allows you to start the trial with 12 snowballs. And of course, you get a blood point bonus for doing bone chill like event objectives and stuff.
Yeah,
I
and you can
think,
freeze
oh, yeah.
pallets
Yeah.
as well.
We,
Yeah.
so you can freeze pallets as survivor or killer. So,
Killers can do gens, correct? They can freeze a gen?
yes.
Can everybody freeze gens? I can't
No,
remember.
No,
just the
just
Just
killer.
killers.
killer. Okay.
So yeah, pallets can be frozen. You can freeze them by aiming the snowball and letting it charge up and hitting the pallet if you want to do it from a distance. Or when you walk by the pallet, there's a prompt to freeze it, so you don't have to actually throw the snowball.
Oh,
It
I've been
does
throwing it the
cost,
whole
I
time.
think it cost, I didn't look it up. It's 3 or 4 snow skulls. So it
Yeah,
costs you
it's a
more
couple
Yeah, it
skulls.
snow
takes
skulls.
a few.
So just keep that in mind if you're like don't have that many. If it's frozen, survivors can't vault it. So this works well. I've used it as killer, so there will be no pallet saves. Thank you. When I'm picking up a survivor as killer, no pallet save for you. I'm freezing
You're like,
this
"That's
this
right."
pallet.
Yeah, I feel like it's most beneficial to killers because if they freeze them,
Yeah.
you can't drop them. And then if they're down and they freeze them, you can't vault them. They can't break them.
Yeah.
But that also, you're still going to get bloodless if you're chasing around it. I feel like it's least beneficial for
Mhm.
I mean,
mostly everything is least, in my opinion, is least beneficial for Survivor.
I think it depends on the loop, probably, because I have frozen them. I've seen people, freeze and chase. It really depends, I think, on the loop. If you don't need to vault the pallet, if you get away with that, if you just want to
Do you think you're going to
extend.
have distance maybe?
Yeah, I think it's just situational, but yeah, I do feel it's more in favor of killer. I would agree with you
Yeah.
on that. So, because I mean, a survivor's not going to want to freeze the pallet standing up. They would only freeze it if it's already down. And it lasts for 4 seconds, I believe. It's not like a super long time. It's a little
Mhm.
bit,
Yeah,
but
it's pretty quick.
it's an interesting concept. Like I don't hate it, but it's like
Eh,
the only new thing
and
we're
it's
kind of
very,
getting.
like, bleh, like, okay, that's it? Like, that's all I can do?
Well,
Killers, I've had killers use it really well, especially at,
yeah.
like, a Shack or some of the God pallets,
Mhm.
and, like, what Mocking said, when I've gotten by pallets because there's people
Yeah.
around to maybe get pallets saved, they've been doing it. I have yet to use it myself, like, in Chase. Maybe I did it once. I think I dropped Shack pallet and I accidentally froze it afterwards,
Mhm.
but, it was an accident, like, I didn't mean to actually do something good.
Well, that's a good example of using it well so that the
Mhm.
killer can't break it
Like,
right
my
away
fault.
and
Yeah,
forces
to
them to
get
either go around one side
go
or
around.
wait out the
Yeah.
time and then kick it and break it.
But I also feel like a lot of times when you're in chase, that's not going to be your initial thing. You're like, oh, let me drop this. And you know what I should do afterwards? Freeze it because it also takes time and you have to be up on the pallet to do it.
Oh, and the other thing that Morbid to mention is killers can cover the gins with snow. This I think is more
Hmm.
pointless than the freezing the pallets because it doesn't take a
Yeah.
lot of time to uncover. And if you don't know, you can cover it 3 times as killer. I didn't know this the first time I went into the match. I just covered it once, but you can cover like hit the activate button 3 times. And so it adds more and more snow on and it gets like spiky. So with icicles, it's kind of cool. It's a cool concept, but I wish there was a little bit more to it. Like the killer doesn't get any notification if you uncover it or anything like that.
Hmm.
It's okay. Is it terrible? No. Is it great? No.
Is it
Uh,
annoying when the gin is 99 and it's covered in snow for survivors? Yes.
Yes.
But again, it doesn't take very long to
yeah, it's
uncover it.
under 10 seconds to uncover it. Like it's not a big deal. Is there anything else with Bone Chill? Like the mechanics? I think that's everything.
Yeah, they didn't
Basically, the freezing pallets is
change
the big thing.
much. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty much the same except for they added the freezing the pallets and the animation for throwing. Well, let's talk about what everyone was mad about. Let's look at the Bone Chill calendar. So they brought out the calendar, right? And they do daily login rewards for blood points, shards, and the Bone Chill, like, I don't know what they call them, the fragments.
Hmm.
So this year, when we look at the calendar, there's not many shards being given away. There's only 3 days. So on December 9th, if you logged in, you could get 300 shards. This was the first day the event was open. On Christmas, you can get 400. And on New Year's Eve, you can get 300. And there are a bunch of content creators that made videos about how much less
Hmm.
shards we're getting this
Which
year.
kudos
I
for
know
all that
they did the
research.
math. I know they were
Yeah.
doing the math. I will try to remember to link the videos in the description so y'all can watch them yourself. SpookNJukes and Crush are the main ones I
Hmm.
looked at. Crush did a great job of doing the math. I don't like math, so thank you, Crush, for doing the math.
Yes, thank you
Hmm.
very
Because
much.
he actually put it to a dollar amount. So basically, he did the math of like how much a cosmetic cost. Because if you buy a cosmetic, it costs so many, orc cells is your dollar amount. And then it also equates to a shard amount. So he did the math of like, how much money basically is
Yeah.
behavior giving us. Because iridescent shards is the currency you gain playing the game, right? It doesn't cost money. And you can't buy all the cosmetics with the iridescent shards. So
Hmm.
let's go back to 2022. During that Bone Chill event, we got 4,000 shards. In 2023, we got 3,000 shards. So 1,000 shards less.
Hmm.
2024, we got 2,750 shards. So not a huge drop from 23 to 24. But then this year, after all the stuff behavior has put us through this year, all the debate if this is the worst year for DBD ever, we're getting 1,000 shards.
Yeah.
Ugh.
And I think a lot of people are just annoyed because of all the crap that's happened this year, the broken promises, like we just talked about all of the quality of life stuff that didn't come in. So the dollar, if you're curious about the dollar amount, Crush broke it down. So in 2022, when we got 4,000 shards, dollar amount wise, that is $2.22. Okay. So 2023 they gave us $1.66, so that's a 56 cents difference. 2024, $1.52, and then 2025, 55 cents.
Getting the big bucks now.
I know. Y'all are really
Ugh.
struggling, I guess. I don't know. So if you're looking at a dollar amount, they're giving you like 2 quarters worth of
Yeah.
cosmetics. And it's
I
just really strange
yeah.
because there was one year they gave out a ton of shards so people could buy. What year was that? Was that Skull Merchant year? I can't remember. There was one
It
year
was
that
one year they purposely did it so you could buy
a
a full
character.
cosmetic character.
It was so that you could buy an actual character. The
Yeah.
original characters they dropped the price of the shards with. But apparently they don't want you to do that no more. Or
I think
dress
they
them
should
up.
do that every Christmas. Every Christmas, just give your community enough shards to
Buy an original
purchase,
character.
buy an original character. I think that would be amazing. Yeah, I mean, they have to log in for it, which hopefully equates to people playing,
Yeah.
but I don't understand how much are you really losing out money wise with everything that you earn for the year and
Yeah.
everything coming with the new year? Like knowing that you're going to have Strangers things come out, what's the harm
Well,
in rewarding
yeah.
your community for sticking by you?
I mean, it's like in-game currency, right? Like it's
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
not worth anything, and yet we're getting 3,000 less than we used to. And it's like, why? What's the reasoning? Does the
Sorry.
game have like reverse inflation or something? Like the in-game currency?
I was gonna say, Queen, you just made a good point of that. If you have better rewards, you're gonna log in for those rewards and
Oh
play the
yeah.
game.
Mhm.
And I mean, I have been logging in and grabbing the blood points,
I
but
haven't.
you haven't.
Yeah, when I remember, I do, but I'm not religious about it.
I've played the event quite a bit. I've been a nice killer and having snowball fights. I'm trying to be the nice, jolly killer
Yeah.
and not be the depressing, sweaty killer that needs to go to regular queue if you're not going to throw a snow skull. I'm just going to say that.
Yeah. Yeah,
Good
I
for
have not
you.
been logging in daily. You know what I have been logging in daily for? Bongo Cat.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say Neopets.
I can't remember the last time I logged in Neopets. Why?
I know,
Bongo
same.
Cat released 2 advent calendars, which I did pay for,
Oh,
which have been amazing. So instead of logging into DBD, which is an actual full skill game that you can play with your friends, I've been logging into Bongo Cat, doing 2 advent calendars every day and typing words.
heck
I don't
yeah.
know. I don't know. DBD reach out to Bongo Cat. They did it right. Like
I mean, that would be a cool concept. They could do like an advent calendar.
I love advent calendars so much.
Like they're fun, and I feel like, it's something new to add to the game. Like just try
I
something
would pay
different.
for it.
Yeah.
I just don't have.
Especially well, I mean, especially if it's something worthwhile. Like you could
Mhm.
have, I don't know, like a free version or an and a paid version.
Yeah.
I don't know. Seeing how the last Rift has gone, I don't know if I
Well,
trust
that
DVD
too.
to like come up with an advent calendar. Like
Yeah.
they
That's
have.
why it's so disappointing though, is everything has been less going into the end of the year and everyone's just kind of like, really? Like this stuff is it would it would be so much better if they just communicated honestly about it, but they haven't addressed any of this so the community has again gotten outraged. Like I feel like if they just would have come out and been honest, like, hey, we had some stuff going on with like our art department or our art partners, whatever that
Mhm.
meant. And that's why you don't have XYZ, or hey, we're doing something different with this, or this is why we're not having shards, but nothing makes sense to me from a business perspective on why you wouldn't give your own players the in-game currency to maybe purchase a character after everything they went through in like, I don't know, good faith. Show us that you love us behavior.
Not
Gosh.
Well,
not.
we were talking oh, sorry. We were talking about earlier, me and Queen, that, like, with the Amazon Prime stuff that they used to do, is, like, we used to get, like, cosmetics and other stuff, and then all of a sudden it was, well, now you're just gonna get blood
Blood
points.
points, blood
And
points, blood
then
points, yeah.
it just went away. And then the same with
Mhm.
like the free gift in the shop is the I think it used to be other stuff. Maybe I'm wrong. But it's like, oh, here's just take some blood points. You'll be fine.
Yeah, it's just weekly blood points.
Yeah. And it's like, okay. Thanks.
The other thing, looking at it from a different perspective, we were supposed to be getting all these new players with the FNAF chapter, right? Why
Hmm.
are we not trying to give shards to keep those new players engaged with the game, right? Because
Yeah.
I mean, we don't have the numbers or anything to know like how many new players got on DVD. Are new players from FNAF still playing DVD? But a draw could be, again, give them enough shards to buy a new
Mhm.
killer and keep them in the game. Because your goal is to keep people playing the game. That way, they will buy other chapters, they'll buy cosmetics, and that's funding your game. But if you're just not going to have any incentive, because, like, really, how much money are you losing if they, buy an original killer? What are you losing if they buy Death Slinger? Like, you're not, I don't think you're losing that much money if it gets more people engaged and buying other content within the game.
Yeah,
So that's
the more
kind of
you
the other thing I thought
yeah.
of is like there's supposed to be all these new people playing this game, right? And I
Yeah.
mean, we're coming out with Stranger Things Chapter 2. I think that's going to draw people back in too. So,
And the more you play the game, the more you're gonna be buying cosmetics. Like, I've waited all year, and that's something I was telling Mocking. I waited all year to buy the Nurse Angel Christmas tree topper
Oh
cosmetic. Am I
yeah.
ever gonna play Nurse? Heck no. But do I want that really pretty cosmetic? Yes, because I think it's one of the best cosmetics they've done
It is really
aesthetic-wise.
cool.
It's really beautiful, and I would like to own it, but I'm probably never gonna use it.
we
But
we
that's
can do a
because I
custom
play
for
the
you.
game. I'll do a
Yeah.
custom. Yeah. I just wanna play around in my pretty little dress.
I just want to twirl.
But I think that's something like when you play the game as much as we do, no matter what game I play, even games that are like free, like Palia, which is free, because I get enjoyment out of it, I still want to do things to support. So every once in a while, I will buy a cosmetic. But I just feel like behavior hasn't been giving as much to their community, or that's what it feels like due to all the negativity that has happened this year and how a lot of us are feeling very, not heard within the community. So, but then you go and you do less, which piles on to those all the feelings everybody has already been having.
Yeah, it does make me wonder, is something financially going, I feel like there's something going on with behavior. We have touched on this before with the whole Rift Pass, the cosmetics, them outsourcing stuff. Like, financially, is behavior okay? I have no idea. Because on one hand, they keep buying other studios,
Hmm.
but then so they have money to do that, but then they don't have money to hire enough people. This is speculative because of the whole cosmetic issues, knowing that they have outsourced cosmetics. Like, what is going on behind the scenes at behavior that they cannot just give away some shards? And that's just like like Morgan pointed out, it's like 3,000 shard difference
Hmm.
from a few years ago. And I mean, it's a big drop because, like, again, 2023 to 2024, it wasn't a big drop, but then we went from 2,750 to 1,000. Like, that's a huge
Hmm.
drop.
Hmm.
So it's like, what gives behavior? And there are so many videos out right now about, is this the worst year of DBD, right? You could have like kind of cushioned it with giving out some shards. Been like, yeah, there's been some crappy stuff that came out this year, but behavior gave us a reward at the end of the year, gave us some shards, able to buy
Yeah,
a
and go get a
cosmetic or killer.
cosmetic.
Go get cosmetic, get
Yeah.
a character you don't have. Happy holidays. Let's have fun. Because yeah, I think there's a lot of stuff they've messed up on this year. And they kind of need to to make up for it.
I mean, they're
I
always
agree.
giving us like free blood points when something happens. Like,
The blood money.
yeah, like I mean, you could do the
Yeah.
same thing. Just whatever.
Just do some shards. Well, it's just like
Yeah.
it's again like more when you brought up like the Amazon stuff. It's like there was this precedent of like giving us shards. I won't be surprised if next year we get 0 shards. There's my prediction.
Okay.
2026,
Yeah,
nothing. Or it'll be
Oh
like
no.
500 because I mean, it's only going down. How much it can't get much
that's
less.
true. Now we're gonna
Oh,
get nothing.
nothing for you.
I mean, that's always a possibility.
I know, because blood points, again, they're okay. I have needed some blood points lately because I've been playing a lot of killer and I need some add-ons. But overall, like blood points, because I already have all the characters. Now, again, new players, you need blood points to
Yeah.
level up, unlock the perks and all of that. So if you're coming in
Yeah.
this year from FNAF or previous chapter, yeah, I understand you're like, yes, blood points. I need to log in and get these 50k blood points because you're struggling to get everyone leveled up. Because even just buying the base game, you get quite a few killers and survivors. So, but for everyone else that's been like here for years, to get not really many shards, and also the other currency that they're using for the bone chill. I don't know what they're calling them. They're not rift fragments, but they're like the
Oh,
rift fragments.
yeah.
Mhm.
But
The
yeah,
little like frozen thingies.
you're only getting 100 of those, and that was on the 9th. So they're not giving you any other bonus ones. So you can get the stuff that's in there. The thing I forgot to put in the outline that we can talk about is the rewards for Bone Chill. So we're getting a full outfit for Gabriel and for the Crossu. There's a banner with the Trapper on top of a roof playing Santa. We got some new sweaters. We got Elodie, Jake, and Michaela. Michaela's by far the cutest. Elodie's is
It
cute
is
too.
adorable. Yeah.
Jake, you're okay. It's not terrible, but
Yeah, it's fine.
Michaela's is super cute. The Crossu headpiece with the frosty eyes. There's 3 badges, one with the Crossu, Gabriel, and the Snow Skull. And then weapons for the Unknown, the Houndmaster, and the Nurse. There's a bird charm and then a couple of banners. One of the banners is the onesies with Zarina and Elodie. And there's another one with like bloody snow. So how do we feel about the rewards? I didn't look. Is this less this year too? I wouldn't be surprised. Did we get one less
Oh, that's a.
sweater?
Oh, I didn't really look either.
I don't
Mm.
think we got as many sweaters. There's only
There's only
three.
There's
3
only
here.
3.
Now there are other
Ooh.
Christmas sweaters that you can buy in the shop. So these sweaters in the Bone Chill are the blue ones, just to differentiate. They're different than the other sweaters that you can buy in the store. So I think like Tori got one this year, and the Walking Dead characters got sweaters. So those are separate from the Bone Chill event. Just want to be clear. The ones in the Bone Chill event are the blue celestial ones. So they have like the constellations on them. But yeah, I didn't think the look of what we got last year. Let me see, Bone
Well, I
Chill.
know in general Halloween we got less.
Yeah, I'm checking too. Let's
That's
see.
why I just thought of it. Sorry, mid thought.
Bone
I
chill.
mean, there's the 2 main outfits. What did they release? Have they released any full? I mean, I'm still
It
waiting
was
for
the
them
purple Naya
to.
outfit.
Yeah, the
Okay.
purple Naya outfit,
There
which
were
is
6
cute.
celestial sweaters.
Yeah, it's on the wiki. So Adam, David, Hattie, Meg, Victoria, and
Oh
Zarina got
wow, we got a
sweaters.
lot of stuff.
And then we had also 6 killer weapons. The Doctor, the Dredge, Hillbilly, Knight, Skull Merchant, and Twins. There were 3 badges, 3 banners, and 1 charm.
Yeah, it was a cute little crow.
And oh look, here's the advent
Yeah, and then the
calendar.
advent calendar.
Look at all these shards. They're 250, but they're spread out everywhere. Look at
Oh yeah, they got the
that.
little dwelf one from last year. The banner with the little dwelf. That one was cute.
Mhm.
Wow, we got 6. That's a lot.
Yeah,
And
we
then we
got
also
3
got
this
that
year.
purple Naya outfit, and then that weird
Oh,
horse
that
skull.
it's the Huntress. I was
Okay, it's not
actually
weird. It's
I was
just
playing it the other day with Queen. I think it was you. Was like, what is that? And I was like, this is the Huntress. It's the Christmas
Yeah.
outfit for Huntress.
So
it
we
was
did
from
get it is less. So it's
oh,
just
yeah.
everything's been less. Yeah.
Where's our
I do
sweaters?
really like that Naya outfit because it's purple.
I mean, I'm still waiting for them to make Dwight's Halloween shirt glow in the dark. They
Oh
haven't
Mhm.
yeah.
fixed that yet.
Oh
So
yeah.
They do need to fix
Update.
that.
Update. So they did fix V's shirt, just V's.
yeah.
V's glows, but we also got Dwight and Zarina with shirts, and they don't glow.
Yeah.
So the other two don't
So
glow. Just V got
doesn't
fixed.
doesn't
That's
make
it.
sense.
Just her.
Just weird things.
Yeah, we didn't get a sweater for like V. We could have gotten a sweater. There are
Oh, that's true.
like I think she did get a Christmas sweater in the store, but not the blue one, the celestial one. Yeah, less again, half of it. Or we got
I know.
Yeah, it makes me really curious about what this whole art partners things really means.
it means less apparently. And
Mhm.
stuff
Mhm.
broken. I mean, there's not anything broken with the bone shield, but again, from the rift, we're not going to get the Claudette headpiece till sometime next year. Stuff has just been it's been less and it's been broken, and it's just really weird. I mean, they must have outsourced the rift pass stuff because that's the only thing that makes sense for Claudette's head to not be fixed and not in the rift pass. It's just so
Mhm.
odd if it was an in-house issue. We're getting less.
Yay,
Pull for
thanks.
you.
Merry Christmas.
You
Yeah.
get nothing.
I know. I'm gonna have to go play Phasmo and play their Christmas event. I actually played a little bit of it solo today, and it was scary, but I did it.
Meh.
And
You're like, I did it anyway.
so we have a friend Padfit. We've been playing Phasmo, and we've been trying to get together, and life, kids, and all that have gotten in the way. So hopefully this weekend we'll play together. But I did play a little bit today. So again, going back to like, there are a ton of other games with winter events of their own. I finished the Palea one yesterday. So yeah, now I have Phasmo.
Oh, I need to do that.
Yeah, I need to
So
do the paleo.
it took me forever to get one of the things you have to put from
The things you need.
the bulletin board. It's one of the spores.
Mm,
But
okay, yeah.
now I have killed all the different mushrooms on Palea and got a little like mounted head to put on my wall for that.
Nice.
Yeah.
And I got one plushie, so yay.
Whoop whoop.
Plus,
Yay.
because I hunted for like a day trying to get this stupid rare thing.
Yeah,
And
I
was
know
just
what
like,
you're talking about. It
It's so
sucks.
hard.
It was
Took me
very hard.
forever just to get it for the achievement. Yeah.
So, well, I hope you kept it because you gotta go turn it in now.
No, I think I turned it into something else.
Ugh.
No. Again, you gotta offer more behavior because I'm gonna go play Phasmo and get a new badge and like
Mhm.
go hunt some ghosts. It's gonna be more fun than getting tunneled in your game at Christmas.
That is true.
Should we
Such
tell them?
scourges.
Well, should we
I
tell?
know.
Okay, so let's tell the story
Oh God.
of us playing. Was that last week? The guy that hard tunneled me out for accidentally waving at the pallet.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
yeah.
So if you play on mouse and keyboard, Q and 2 are very close together. So 2 is your emote and Q is the snowball. And I accidentally hit 2 instead of Q to hit
There.
to throw a snowball, and I waved at one pallet at him, and he thought I was BMing him and hard tunneled me out. And the in-game chat was so awkward because like, dude, what
It
the
was
hell is wrong with
weird.
you? And he's like, you're BMing me. I'm like, and I should have I didn't get the text like put all this in the message to him. I play killer. I have had survivors teabag me at every pallet, okay? And I did
Yeah.
not do what he did, okay? I did not go off the deep end. So I was like, one wave at a pallet and you went ballistic over that?
Mhm.
Like, this is the winter event, dude. Chill out. Even if I did wave at you.
Yeah, it was
And
so
it
weird.
is so weird. Like, I have had survivors do that at every pallet, teabag at every pallet, wave at me, come chase me, chase me. I don't flip out and be like, I'm gonna hard tunnel you out of the game, and that's gonna be my goal is to make your life miserable because you waved at me. It is so bizarre. So
Yeah, it
also,
didn't make sense.
I'm gonna give out this PSA. If you're playing the Bone Chill event as killer, chill out. Don't tunnel. Have fun. If
The
you want
word
to be
chill is in the event title.
if you want to be sweaty, go to the regular queue. If you're not going to throw a snow skull, get out. Okay, that's my thought. Like I went against
Yeah.
A Vecna that was just like so serious, wouldn't engage in any of like the event stuff, and it's like, why are you in this queue?
Mhm.
Why? Like I understand like as a killer, you might want to get some kills, or some killers. I've seen some killers do different things. Some killers will let everyone go. Some will kill two and let two live because then it's like if you care about MMR, then it's a tie. So, and then I've had actually survivors when I'm trying to let everyone go, some survivors will like sacrifice themselves and be like, no, hook me or marry me
Mhm.
because you were so nice and you let us, have a snowball fight and all that. So if you're playing killers, just relax.
Take a breath, you
Throws,
know?
make some snowman. I mean, survivors want to high five you as a snowman. Let me just say that.
That's my favorite thing in the
Yeah.
whole world.
So
It is so much fun.
this is your time to like have fun with the survivors. You do not need to be sweaty and uptight. If you're so concerned about MMR and all of that, quickly do your bone chill riff stuff and get to the other queue. Don't play this queue if you're going to be super toxic or sweaty. This is not what this event is for. It's to be silly. It's to throw snow skulls. And now
Mhm.
survivors look even more ridiculous doing it with the new animation. So you can laugh at that as well. Of us gliding with one arm up.
Yeah, it looks pretty funny.
I mean, to be fair, like killers, it just like comes out of the killer. Like there's no throwing
Mhm.
animation for killers. So kind of odd as well. But there you go. There's my TED talk on how to
There's my
play this
PSA
event.
for Christmas.
Well, I mean, my goal has been to play pretty chill to let people go. I've been playing again a lot of jump scare Myers because that has been bringing me joy to like just scare
Mhm.
people.
It's been funny to watch.
Nice.
Just like, gosh, I was on Hawkins and like they were healing on the stairs, and you can see like they're trying to inch down, and they're like, "Do we go down? Are we
Mhm.
safe?" Like, and I'm like, "Oh, come down the stairs, come down the
Come to me.
come! I'm watching you through the wall." But yes, I love playing killer, trying to make killers that are not stealthy. I do it with Nemesis. I play the unknown perk that I can't think of right now, where you kick the gen and your terror radius is on it.
Mhm.
I play that and try to scare people as this huge monster that is Nemesis, right? Like, so
Like, how
anyway,
sneaky can I be?
I know, like, I just want to sneak up and scare you. I want to make DVD scary again. That is my
Make
goal.
DVD scary.
Oh, I like that.
I don't really think it's all the time scary, right?
Mm.
Yeah, I agree.
For new players it's definitely scary, but if you've been playing for a while, like I feel like we just get stuck in these certain play styles, the
Mhm.
metas and all of that, where it becomes like a routine of I'm gonna run my default perks that I've always ran. So try to like spice it up a little bit. Because I remember I did have one Scratch for Mario game and they were like all GG and someone did actually say that was scary. I was like, thank you, that was the goal.
Mhm.
I wanted to scare you.
That's my goal. Is there anything else we want to talk about? We can debate if this is the worst year of DVD ever.
Oh,
I think it is. I don't think we need to even debate.
I
yeah.
actually don't may not agree. I think I still have PTSD from the Night Skull Merchant year.
Well, no, I mean
The
just
gen
in
meta.
general, for me it'd be one of the worst years where DVD promised so much and executed so little.
Yeah, I agree with that.
It has nothing to do with like release, like metas. Yeah, the those metas from the Skull Merchant Night are horrible. We adjusted, we got over it. But this year felt like, especially coming into it when they're like, we're gonna listen to you guys after the hot mess of lack of communication that happened the year prior, and then they started out okay-ish and it was just downhill. And it really feels, again, like, do you know how your own game works? Like, that's my serious concern now. I'm like, is there somebody that actually knows how the game works? Like, that's all I want to know. It
It
makes no
makes you
sense.
wonder.
Yeah.
Well, and like we've talked about this so many times, they have a consultant program. What are they doing with this consultant
Yeah.
program? Are they
Mhm.
not doing any, like, I don't even know how we're getting, like, for instance, the anti-tunneling slugging stuff in a PTB. Like, has it not been tested before? Like, did you not know you were gonna get all this negative feedback? Because again, Hens, someone we follow, right? He is a consultant and he makes all these videos of like, WTF, what's going on with
Mhm.
this, this PTB? It's terrible. And it makes me think he hadn't played it. Now, he can't say obviously or not, but it's either they're not letting the consultants play these changes first or they're not listening. They're just like, "Screw you, we're gonna still put it in this way." But then that's still, like, not listening to your community. Like, you have these consultants for a reason, and I feel like the process should be, okay, we're gonna initiate this change, right? So like anti-tunneling, for instance. And so this is our thoughts. We're gonna put it in a, PTB for our consultants to play, let them test it out and see how it works and get feedback. And then we'll change stuff. Maybe we'll let them play it even again. Like let the consultants play through it a few times of your different iterations and then release it to the public PTB. But I feel like they're not doing anything with the consultants.
I,
So,
I feel
Yeah.
like in their attempt to be more transparent by communicating, I just realized that none of them know how to communicate, and it makes
Mhm.
things worse. That they're being more transparent about how much they don't know. And I'm like, well, you know what? I kind of just wish y'all would just shut your mouth now.
Yeah.
Then I could just pretend like it's ignorance,
I
but
mean,
now I know it's not.
I'll give them credit. They have fixed their AMA sections on like Reddit and stuff where those have gotten better. Where, because before they were just letting like anyone answer and the answers were stupid and like came off condescending, and now they actually are putting them through someone with a PR background. They're more
Yeah.
well
Someone who knows.
they're well written now and they're
Mhm.
better answers. They're better received by the community. They're worded better. I think they were just having like random people
Yeah, I think it
with no background in like writing or PR, like be like, yeah, this is the answer.
yeah, it was whoever was, like, available, like, "Hey, are you busy right now? No? Okay, good. We need you to go up on the thing and answer
Go on Reddit and
questions."
answer this question.
Yeah,
You who have no
and it's like
PR
yeah, and it's like,
background.
"Oh, I've never done that." That's okay, just it'll be fun.
At some parts they're doing better, but I mean, I don't do those all the time. Tomorrow they are doing another community stream. There's just news and updates, and then they're going to talk about the Grimoire, which is the chapter that the community has been voting on. So my prediction is it's not going to be a big to do. There's not going to be anything too major, but I could be wrong. I just don't know what else they would announce. I mean, they didn't say they were going to talk about Stranger Things. Maybe they will. Maybe they'll give us a PTB date.
Yeah, like, some kind of something, like, just a little, like, "Here you go."
But I feel like if it was something more about Stranger Things, they would have said that to draw people in to
Oh, that's
watch.
true.
That's the only reason I'm like, I don't know. Like maybe they'll mention a PTB, but like I don't think they're going to release like who the survivors are.
Yeah. I'm sure maybe, like, I say I'm sure, but maybe, like, a teaser, like, something tiny, who knows? But, yeah, I don't think they're gonna announce any, like, major stuff.
And tomorrow, that's December 18th, so in case, people are
Yeah.
watching this, because this is
Yeah.
definitely not going to be going up
Oh
before then.
So,
no.
we should know
Yeah.
by the time this goes up.
So yeah, well, y'all can tune in tomorrow and see if it's anything. I'm sure I'll try to catch it if I can, but or replay it later and see. And I'm sure if it's something really major, you can go on your socials
Mm,
and content creators will be posting about it if it's something like that's oh my god, they're doing this or that. So, but I don't really foresee. I mean, I don't know what they would change at this point, as far as updating the game because they pretty much have done pallets 3 times. They've put in anti-tunneling slugging and took it back out. So I don't know if they've completely given up on that stuff or not.
I guess
I,
we won't know until we watch.
yeah,
Yeah.
I really still feel like they should do the anti-slugging change. I'm just gonna put that out there into the universe. I think they need to separate out the slugging and tunneling changes and just concentrate on one and then do the
Yeah.
other. And I feel like the slugging one is the easier one to tackle at this point.
I think they try to do too much in one go.
That's all I have. Do we want to talk about anything else?
Nope, I don't got anything.
Yeah, I think that was kind of all the big stuff that we had planned to talk about.
Yeah. I mean, good news. Stranger Things.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Please bring Eddie in as a cosmetic. Or Survivor, but I expect cosmetic for Eddie.
Same. I don't. I mean, he's a big character, but not like that big to where he would have his own Survivor.
Yeah, well, he's also not in this season of Stranger Things. I feel like they're drawing it from this season because I rewatched a teaser today, and the silhouette of Vecna is from this season, not last season, because everyone's
Oh,
been
okay.
commenting on Vecna's like slimmer look, right? This
Oh, yeah,
season.
yeah.
So
He's not as buff.
the silhouette of him is definitely from this season and not last season. So I feel like they're pulling more from this season would be my guess. Could be wrong. We won't know. But I expect him to at least be a cosmetic, hopefully, and probably Robin, unless they make Robin a survivor. Robin, I think they could make as a survivor. She is popular enough.
And she's become a big part of the show
Mm-hmm. I
rather
love
than just,
Robin.
Steve's coworker. She's, a big integral part.
Yeah, we need to run around as Steve and Robin, please.
Yeah,
That'd
that'd
be
be so
fun.
much fun. It'd be cute.
Oh, okay. Well, I think that's everything.
All right, time to close this out.
I think
Yeah.
so.
Well, per usual, fam, thanks for hanging out with us this year. Who knows if we'll have another one up? Probably not
Yeah.
It's
before
not
next
likely.
year. It's not likely with all the stuff we got going on with holidays and families and kids and work. So
Yeah.
we
It
super
could be.
appreciate you hanging out with us this year and all your support and comments and engagement with us. And we want to
Yeah.
wish you a very happy holidays and a wonderful new year. And per usual, a good morning, good afternoon, and good evening wherever you are. And bye.
Bye.
Bye.